It's time to hop to this latest review of Go Go. Hello and welcome to the Smurd P video, and today we are looking at Go Go Power Rangers issue 22, and it's the Necessarily Evil crossover. So we have a very nice cover, which is really good. Very cool. You got an F down there, etc. Oh, sorry, jumped ahead. And here is the Tanner team, Ryan and Cena, doing their thing and making this book really special. Go Go is one of my favorite. Ryan's always been a very good writer. I was Cena on the team. They seem to be, this issue I really did enjoy. So the first bit, we get the little flashbacks as we do, and this is around the Green Ranger, and the team were having quite a hefty debate about whether he should be on the team or not, you know, and whether the spell was in fact a spell, or whether he just accepted Rita's offer and wanted to be part of it. And then Billy turns around and says, "It's up to our leader," etc. And then here's a debate. No, I'm happy to lead you in battle and, you know, decide on what strategy, etc. But this isn't just my decision. So there we go. And then we jump into now. So Jason goes to attack the Morphin Master, who pretty much shuns him to one side quite easily and says, "My apologies, and I'm an emissary of the Morphin Masters." And he talks about the stuff that Jason doesn't remember, and that there is a leak in the morphing grid, and it's seeping through everywhere, and people getting powers that shouldn't be getting powers, and I need your help to lead our forces once again. So, which is quite interesting. He's like, "Well, let's go talk to Zordon." And he's like, "No, that's not possible. We need to do this in secrecy." So he pretty much takes him. So meanwhile, Billy is talking about options to repower the Dragon Power Coin, and Zordon pretty much says that, "Wait a minute, no, we've looked at all the possibilities, we can't recharge it." And Billy kind of loses his crap and says, "Why wouldn't you listen to me? I'm important too." And really what it's about is he's worried that if Tommy can lose his powers, the rest of them could lose their powers, and quite easily. And Zordon reminds him, just because he hasn't got the green power doesn't mean he's not a Power Ranger. Meanwhile, we get on to the teenage stuff, and Kimberly is doing some practicing out in the park. And Matt comes along, etc. He says, "Let's go for a little walk." And he wanted to say hi. He's running by, etc. And he says, you know, "Is it because Tommy's not on the team?" And she's like, "Oh, why wouldn't Tommy be okay?" And he's like, "Well, you know, he's left the Rangers and stuff, and it's quite obvious he shows up. He's a Power Ranger. You two are dating, etc. And, you know, you can trust me if you want to talk about stuff outside of the Rangers." Now, I've always wanted to see more from Matt as a character, because I feel that there could be more explored with him, and I hope they do. I hope it's dark and nasty and all that good stuff. So meanwhile, on the moon, Zed is telling Vince why his pathetic putties don't work, and it's because whenever he makes a monster, he takes something that's important from the Rangers and makes it their worst nightmare. So even if they do defeat it, they've seen a glimpse of anything that belongs to them can become an enemy. And that's why your monsters, well, they pretty much won't do anything for me. Trini and Zach volunteering at a local school, pet store, whatever it is, and they got Mr. Flopsy there, etc., which is really nice. And they're talking about outlets. How do they escape the pressures of being Power Rangers? Everybody's got their thing. Jason's got his thing. Kimberly's got her thing. Billy's got her thing. And this is Trini's thing, giving back to the community. And it's really just coping mechanism. So, true to his words, Zed captures Mr. Floppy via squat and turns it into War Bunny. What a cool name, and he looks really cool. Just look at that. Freaky, with a massive hammer. Who wouldn't be terrified? So he goes on a rampage. So the Rangers call Kimberly and Billy, but Jason is nowhere to be found. There's his little thing. So they arrive and they morph. That's pretty cool. I do dig that. I like stuff like this. This stuff is really awesome. And always good to see. So pretty much they get stuck into it. And War Bunny tells him, you know, you kept me prisoner. I was your plaything, etc. A lot of resentment from him. So clearly that bunny felt something. Now I love this piece of art here. Absolutely stunning. And Zed is pretty happy with how it's going. Golda's like, I can take the War Bunny, etc. And Scott's like, what happens when the Red Range turns up? He's like, silence, I'm enjoying this. My enemies being defeated, etc. And, you know, he pretty much takes them by surprise. Mr. Flopsy, or War Bunny, whatever we're calling him. He seems to be on the ball, and he seems to have every angle covered. And Zack is hoping that Jason turns up. However, Jason has been transported to the unknown, and we don't know what's going on with him. There's energy being released, the Morphin Master's standing over him, so what's next? And it pretty much says to be continued. Now we know on the next cover we've got a picture of the Red Ranger versus Lord Draken, so maybe that's the problem that Go-Go is going to try and fix. Something's going on there. Draken clearly still exists. And they need Jason, because if Jason's not there, it could go all wrong. Then they need to tackle this quite quickly, because Draken is very, very dangerous. I like the character. I hope he doesn't become boring on his return. I hope they really continue doing stuff with him. So, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow my page on Facebook, SmurredP. Follow me on Twitter, @SmurredP. No idea what I'm doing, but I'm there. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Goodbye.